Okay, it is very late at night, early in the morning, however you want to put it. But I want to talk about something. The range in Mount Vernon, where I go to shoot my rifles, they have a FFL up top. The owner and her husband and wife own it, any business, blah blah blah. They were down in the range doing a live video. The range was closed, by the way, but they were in the range doing a live video with their customers in the waiting room area where you go to pay. Okay, and they're talking about guys buying shotguns left and right, and they said we like the Ruger PC Carbine, and I said I love that. Blah blah blah. I'm on live with them talking. Oh, it's Vinny. If you can only own one gun, I have several guns. If you can only own one gun, okay, maybe you're not a gun person, a gun family, but you can only own one because you just feel that we need one gun. Well, they said their shop, they get a lot of first-time gun loans when there's a problem like this. In New York State, you're required to have a license for a handgun, not a long gun. Even though they are in Mount Vernon, they have a lot of customers from New York City coming over to them. New York City customers require a separate handgun license and long gun license. The wife, Deneen, has said that she's done licenses for all over several counties over the years, thousands of licenses. They also do pictures, a lot of things do instruction, and they'll say, go get pictures. She does pictures. She does notary public, all that shit in her shop. And she's had customers come up recently, before the quarantine rather, because before the quarantine, a month ago, guys around the block, she said. And there'll be a guy coming up and they'll be like, I want that handgun. Where's your license? Too late now. We're not doing another class for another month because of the quarantine. Okay, oops. Or they may get guys out of New York City who need a license for anything. I want that rifle. Well, first of all, is that rifle legal in your city? Because New York City and DC have banned damn near every defensive rifle shotgun, period. Okay, you can't believe what's banned there. So the guy would come over and be like, well, I want that gun, rifle, shotgun, whatever. Where are you? New York City. Where's your license? Too late now. Okay, first and foremost, you need to have your gun and your ammunition beforehand. Okay, beforehand. Because power outages, hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, viruses, you don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Okay? You need to have your shit in advance. Oh. Okay, now, if you do not feel you need to be a gun nut, and you feel you need one gun, Ruger PC Carbine. Now, the Ruger PC Carbine was a very old rifle, about 20 years ago, and more. They ended it 20 years ago. It stood for police carbine. I've heard the new incarnation is for pistol carbine, or pistol caliber carbine, whatever. Okay, it's kind of sort of like a new version of the old rifle. Now, first and foremost, the Ruger PC Carbine is legal in every state. It may not be in New York City or DC legal, but it's legal in most states. And for most cases, it's not registered, and in most cases, you don't need a license for it. Most cases. There are no assault features in pistol grip, okay? It's a plain Joe rifle. That's all it is. Colt was one of the first companies, not the first company, to make an AR 9mm with a special magazine. Depending on where you live, that magazine may need to be shortened to 10 rounds. Depending on where you live, that rifle may need the pistol removed or a butt stock removed, or some other shit happen, blah, blah, blah. This rifle is a plain sporting rifle, as is, no problems. Some rifles have a threaded barrel. If that's not legal, they have a plain barrel. Okay? Now, this is the rifle in its simplest form. This is it with a few upgrades. Most rifles, most rifles do not have iron sights, especially bolt actions. This rifle has iron sights. This rifle is a takedown model, which means you take a button, hit it, and open it, separate it, okay? A lot of times, if you have a takedown rifle, if the rear sight is in the back on one side and the front sight is up front, when you reconnect it, it might not be zeroed. You can get a better picture here. The rear sight is in the front sight on the barrel. So when you disassemble it, it breaks here. This comes off and stays in one piece. My Ruger Mini, which I love. You want to mount the scope on it, it's a little difficult. Rail here, rail here. The optic screws right on, if you choose to have one. Nothing fancy said a while ago on the Mini 14, it should have a piece of Picatinny rail so you can mount the light. It fires either 9mm or 40 caliber. Depending on your state, the magazines that come with it will either be Ruger 10 rounds or Ruger 15 rounds. There's an adapter that you can just screw right in 2 seconds and do Glock magazines. Here, the rifle has a 10 round compliant Ruger mag. Here, the rifle has a 33 round Glock mag. If you are a Glock person like myself, you can buy the Glock magazines and have 1 bullet, 1 magazine, 2 guns. It'll feed the Glock 17 round, 17 mags, 19 mags, 26 mags. The 40 will shoot the 22 mags, 23 mags, and 27 mags. Okay, if that's what you prefer. Also, some shops may not have Glock mags, but they may not have Ruger mags, but they have Glock mags. Okay, so you can buy magazines very easily. Also, the 9mm carbine, you can shoot it at most handgun ranges if you ask politely. Okay, whereas a 12 gauge shotgun you cannot, or a 5.5 you cannot. Okay. Shotguns around this area, most ranges for shotguns, there are very few by the way, require slug. That means you can buy any shotgun shell you want for home defense, but while you're on the line, you must shoot slug, which is very expensive and very heavy on the recoil. And then when you go to shoot number 4 buck for home defense, you're not going to have a practice round on the range with it, so you're not going to know what the fuck it's going to do. These rifles, you can take ammunition on the range, at home, no big deal. Okay? Also, if I have a new shooter or a young shooter or a weak person, physically weak person, and I give them a 12 gauge shotgun with a slug in it, they're going to hurt. And they're going to be intimidated. If I give them a 9mm or 40 caliber carbine to shoot, it's going to be very easy on them. And because 9mm and 40 caliber is cheaper than 12 gauge and 5.56, they'll be able to buy more ammunition, shoot it more often, be more proficient with it. And even though 9mm and 40 caliber can penetrate a wall, God forbid, 5.56 and 12 gauge will penetrate that wall. Okay, so if you can only have one, have this. Also, if you notice, it does have the rings for a sling. So this is everything you need in a home defense gun. Sights, iron sights, or optic, your choice. Picatinny rail to mount the optic very easily, as opposed to the Ruger Mini 14 traditional shit. Pick rail up front for your light. Okay, non-assault features, so that it's legal in damn every state. There is a threaded barrel, pistol grip, couple of bust stock if you feel like it, but if you have a legal requirement, you can buy this. And it's usually had for under $700. And you need to buy it now. Well, I don't know about now, but you need to buy it before the disaster. Okay? There's a reason why I put my seatbelt on before I drive the car. Okay? There's a reason why the ship has the lifeboats attached before it hits the iceberg. Okay? If you were gonna jump out of a fucking plane, would you put the parachute on before you jumped out of the plane? Or would you jump out of the plane and have a guy in back tossing the parachute? Thank you.